Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Time for another Metal Earth kit build, diving back into the Doctor Who universe with K-9, the little mechanical companion. I believe this is just one sheet. I don't know how hard this is going to be, but I'm thinking one sheet. It should be on the lighter side. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to having my own little metal K-9. That's pretty cool. But to get this started, let's open this up and see what's inside. Now, K-9, our Doctor Who mechanical dog. Let us open you up. We have instructions. And is it one metal sheet? Ah, yes it is. One metal sheet. And if we open up the instructions, open it up to page 1 with the Metal Earth logo, title stuff, a little line drawing of your eventual built kit, section about insertion holes, fold lines and tabs and slots, bit about needle nose pliers being helpful for assembly, the legend that they've added to kits somewhat recently. If you see an E pointing at something, it's trying to tell you where the engraved side is. If you see any, it's trying to tell you where the non-engraved side is. And a little hand pointing at something means it's an attention point. There's something going on there. Whether it's pointing at the tab to make sure this tab goes in this slot, or this piece faces that way, or it might even have some written little bubble out to the side that gives you a pointer. And then we have what I used to refer to as the legend. Your blue circle, whenever you see that at a tab, it means to fold the tab over 90 degrees. When you see the green triangle, it means to insert the tab and twist it 90 degrees. And it says here that if you pull and twist the tabs, they will be more secure, and that is true if you can actually get them to pull and twist. And then down at the bottom we have the layouts of the metal sheets. Here we go. We have the layout of the metal sheet and the actual metal sheet we have here, and the numbers that tell you where to find the parts. And you'll notice this is somewhat color coordinated. Typically you see parts that are the same color. That means, well, I haven't seen an exception to this. You see parts that are same color, they're the same part, they're used in more than one place. A couple of lime greens here, a couple of darker greens. We've got some oranges, so on and so forth. Put this aside. We go over to page 2 to the start of the assembly flowchart. And starting with part 1, bend and shape. Add in part 2 once you've bent and shaped it. Part 3, here's how you bend it, add it in. Part 4 and 5. Part 6, shape that and add it in here. And you just follow along with the instructions, assembling the kit. Once you're at the bottom, we flip over to page 3 and continue on, following the arrows and doing the little sub-assemblies and adding them where indicated. And then over here we have page 4, where we finish off and complete the kit. Let's talk tools. I have a pretty standard set of tools that I use in most every build. I have needle nose pliers, I have flat nose pliers, I have flush clippers. These are a must for me. They clip parts off the sheets quickly and cleanly. I have a set of precision tweezers, one with a very pointed end, one with the pointed end ground down slightly, and flat set with a sort of curved tip, useful for twisting tabs in slightly curved areas. I also have a pretty standard set of tweezers with a flat angled end. These come in one of the Iconics kits, and I use them a lot. When it comes to shaping rounded parts, there are many options. I used dowel rods for a long time. I sharpened the ends of 2 of them with a pencil sharpener. These 2 are great for making cone shapes. Another option is a cheap drill bit set. This set has quite a few different sizes to choose from. Another option is a set of step mandrels. Ring pliers or round nose pliers can be found with jewelry making tools and work wonderfully for curving delicate and or hard to get to areas. And I have the instructions in our metal sheets, some tools to get us started. Let's put it together.
The little dish sucker thing on the front of K-9 was tiny and difficult to manipulate. I'm surprised I even halfway pulled it off. The tabs for the ears are very close together. I carefully wedge the pointed tweezers between them to open up space before twisting them. I had to work the little dish thing into place before I could continue. There were lots of little parts to remove from the body of K-9. This video has been edited down. I've not shown all the different attempts, adjustments, or retries of this build. I also clip out parts where I am studying directions, searching for and clipping parts, and sometimes repetitive steps. It may make this kit look like it comes together easier than it did, but there are a lot of bending and adjusting of parts to make things fit. Work slowly, be patient, and take your time. The metal started to warp on me, so I had to straighten it back out. The bottom was very resistant to the idea of being completely attached. I found it challenging to bend over the tiny end corner pieces of parts 22 and 23 without slightly warping the end of the part. I give you K-9. Oh, nice and complete. I think my favorite part about K-9 is this raised K-9 on the side. I think that's really neat how they did that. Good job, Fascinations. This is not a difficult build. It's a little bit of challenge, but not too bad. Come together fairly easily, fairly quickly. It took just under an hour for me to complete this model. There's not a lot of complications to it, so that's really nice. I'm really enjoying the Doctor Who kits this far, partially because they have been fairly easy and they haven't been particularly complex. The TARDIS so far has probably been the most, but only slightly. Really, they're not that difficult and they're going by kind of quick. So on one hand, yay, I'm not fighting with these guys. On the other hand, it's almost over. K-9 didn't give me any real trouble. The ears were a little challenging because the tabs are so close, curving the nose a little bit. I got the tail put together without seriously bending it, so I'm proud of myself there. All in all, it turned out really good. I've got one more left to do. I'm looking forward to that. The Cyberman head. I don't think it's going to be as easy as these. I think it's listed as being more difficult. But wait around. I'll see. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and keep on keeping on.